I just finished Bully, and I have to say, this has to be one of my favorite Rockstar games because it was just a blast playing through the entire thing. And that's honestly what this video is about, sharing why I appreciate Bully because there's just so many aspects to this game that I really enjoyed, and I honestly wanted to talk about it on the channel. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into the video. Now, I can't help myself when talking about the similarities between Bully and other Rockstar games because playing through this entire game, it was really fun to notice the similarities with Bully and other Rockstar games such as GTA San Andreas most prominently. Now with Bully, we already know that it's in a setting with like kids, high school and all that sorts of stuff. But I really like the way that Rockstar managed to put in and implement a lot of the different game mechanics that are from GTA games into this one despite its different settings. Now in Bully, I already mentioned this in my previous video in my first impressions on Bully, but there's a bunch of different gangs in, Bully or Bullworth. Not necessarily actual gangs, but a bunch of different groups of people. You've got the nerds, you've got the jocks, you've got the greasers, the preps, and they all work just like the gangs in GTA San Andreas, which is really cool, when I started noticing that. If you're enemies with them, which in the game you are, when you walk up to them, they will most likely attack you, just like they do in the GTA games, except in a more PG way. They'll just fist fight you. But it was really nice noticing that the way that they behave and interact with the player or the character, Jimmy in the game, is just like the way that they do in GTA San Andreas. And there's a lot of different similarities, well, not a lot, but different similarities through Bully with other GTA games. This is just the most prominent one that I noticed and I really liked. Now, another aspect to this game that I really appreciate is its detail. Now, with Rockstar games, it's not a surprise that their games would have, a lot of detail to them because it is Rockstar. But what I really appreciate with Bully is that they honestly didn't have to do this. Like, it was to the point where it wasn't really necessary because it wasn't like those games. It wasn't like GTA or Red Dead Redemption 2 or Max Payne and all that stuff. You're playing as a high schooler, doing a bunch of different shenanigans and stuff, and they still managed to put in a lot of detail in this game. The parts that I really liked and noticed was in Chapter 3, when it's winter and it's Christmas, there are some details when it comes to the snow. You've got a skateboard in the game, and the skateboard works a lot differently when it's snowing, whereas when it's not snowing, like it's spring or summer and all that stuff. And the controls does work a bit differently. It's gonna slide a bit more during winter, gonna be a bit slippery, and that's what I really liked about it, and it's very noticeable. Your character Jimmy also gets cold. If you just leave him to be idle for a few seconds, he will do an animation where he's like getting cold and all that stuff, trying to warm himself up, which is really nice. Like, I really like this. Also, if you stay up late in the game, your character will get tired. Another detail that I noticed, there could be more that I didn't really notice and pick up on that you could mention in the comments, but this is just one of those things that just made me go wow, because if you didn't know, which you probably do, this game did release in 2006. I am playing the 2008 version of the game, Scholarship Edition, but I'm pretty sure this wasn't the original. Like, that is just crazy to me. Having like snow physics and all that, and your skateboard working differently depending on the terrain is just crazy to me. And to think that this game released in 2006. Moving on to one of my favorite parts about this game is the gameplay. Like, this game is so much fun. I've played a bunch of different games, but I've never really had that feeling that I have with Bully. This game is just so much fun, especially in the setting that it's in. The different mechanics that Rockstar gives you, the different tools that the game gives you to have fun and just do your own thing is absolutely amazing. Being able to stuff other kids in lockers is super fun. I actually didn't even know you could do that. I only found out when I tried it myself. I just just thought to myself, hey, maybe I should try this out. And it actually worked, as well as just being able to pull the fire alarm anytime and seeing all the students run out. It is so much fun. Another thing that I mentioned in the previous video that I really liked doing was climbing trees and basically just using my slingshot and firing them at football players. Another really fun aspect in this game, which is just why I really appreciate it. Like, the gameplay is so good. There's a bunch of different weapons that you get throughout the story the more you progress as well. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, the similarities with GTA games and with Bully, you know, the prefects work just like the cops in GTA games, and with the weapons that you have, you can have a crazy amount of fun with them. You know, there's even actual police in this game out in the town in Bullworth, and you can use like a bunch of like rockets, just fire them at the police, or use your slingshots and just go absolutely crazy. There isn't 5 stars in Bully, but you know, there is a heat level and you can't hide, you know, get away from the cops, but it is still so fun just using these different weapons on different NPCs, because it is so funny at times, and I just really enjoy it. Another aspect that I really appreciate about this game is its story and the missions, because even though it's taking a bunch of different mechanics and there's a bunch of different similarities with the GTA and Red Dead Redemption 2 games, it still manages to stand on its own feet and do its own thing. The gameplay and controls are a bit different in this one, and I feel like it's very unique and fitting the setting. The missions are super fun as well, and there's a bunch of great characters such as Peter and Gary and Jimmy. Like, the ending of the game was really good, and the story, well, it is well written, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the greatest Rockstar written games. You know, the story is a bit cartoonish at times, which honestly, in my opinion, is the game's strength. Like, it's just so cartoonish at times, and it's just really nice. Like, the characters are pretty goofy as well, which I really like, and the missions are super fun. There's even this homeless character, you know, in the game that you do missions for, and he will give you a cut, you know, in chapter 3 and chapter 4, which I've got to say, taking money from a homeless man is still crazy, Jimmy, man. Like, I don't know what you were doing, bro, but yeah, the missions are super fun, and you know, it's pretty much a vibe, you know, just doing wild shenanigans in the school that you know wouldn't actually happen in real life. And that's what I meant when I said it's a bit cartoonish, which is the game's strength and why I really like it. There's also a bunch of different boss battles that you fight with the different gangs. They're not actually gangs, like I mentioned, you know, that's just what I call them, like the Greasers and the Jocks. The Jocks mission was really nice, picking up the football and throwing it back at them. The missions are just so different every time, and it's so enjoyable and really fun and very memorable as well. As much as I really enjoyed the story, the missions had to be the best part because they were just so memorable, as well as with the characters and Gary, and it's just a vibe, you know, it's a fun game. That's why I really appreciate it. It's just an amazing game, and it's one of my favorite Rockstar games. And yeah, I mean, I finished Bully, and I have to say, right now, I cannot wait for Bully 2. That's if there's going to be a Bully 2, but I'm definitely hoping there's going to be a Bully 2, because this game was just so unique, and I can definitely see why a lot of different people really liked it, because it's just so special, unique, the different gameplay, the bosses, like, this game is very memorable, and hopefully Rockstar in the future will make a Bully 2, or at least a remake of the game with better graphics and all that, because you know, the game is from 2006. Because just imagine how good and well this game would be with next gen graphics on the PS5 and Xbox Series X, with all the different mechanics that could introduce, you know, new game mechanics as well, being able to give a bunch of students slushies or just swirlies in the toilet. I haven't tried that in the actual game. I'm pretty sure it's in the game, but if it's not, you know, being able to give a student a swirly would definitely be really nice in Bully 2. Definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, hopefully they make a Bully 2. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. We are so close to 200 subscribers. Hopefully, you know, you guys subscribe so we can get to 200 subscribers. That goal is coming very soon. Just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who subscribe and watch my videos. Really appreciate it. This video did come up a bit late, because, you know, there's certain things that were going on, you know, I had a bunch of different video ideas, but honestly just weren't up to the standard that I wanted it to be. As you guys know, I say in a bunch of different videos, I definitely prefer quality over quantity, and I'd much rather post a video a week late than being able to post a bunch of videos every single day that just aren't up to quality. quality over quantity. That's what I want this channel to represent. So sorry for the late upload, you know, did want to come up with some really good video ideas, but they just weren't up to the standard. But anyways, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Leo Master, and I will see you guys next time.